Kunne vi ikke lige tænde nogle lys? Jo. Hey guys. This is pretty much the only type of videos that I film for my own sake and not for yours. I have filmed a review of my year for, this is gonna be my third year. I know that I'm very late and we're actually in the month of April now, but I really want to make this video for my future self so that I can sit down and hear how I felt and how I experienced my year of 2018. So if you want to watch along, you're very welcome, but this type of video is actually more for my own sake than it is for you. So here is a very honest video on my year 2018. So hi Elise, you might be watching this half a year from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, or even more. You might be watching this with your future husband, your future kids. We don't know, and that's what's truly like very cool about this style of video. So my year 2018 was once again a roller coaster ride. Like, a lot of very good things happened, but I also went through some tough times. But we're gonna get into that. So my year 2018 actually begun with me not having dreadlocks. I brushed them out in December 2017 and did not give myself, I think, the time that it would have taken for me to get used to seeing myself without my dreadlocks, to find out what I would be without them and how I would still express myself without them. So after only 2 months, I freaked out, I think, and I was like, I need to get my dreadlocks back because I don't know who I am without them. I don't know how I'm gonna be, where I'm gonna be. Like, oh, it was so difficult for me. So I got back my dreadlocks in February 2018, and it was also around this time in February that I found my business partner and we started talking about possibly making a web shop together. It was actually a kind of bold move for me because she was gonna give me a job. I was going to work for her doing like marketing, and then I made the very bold move that I was like, could you imagine yourself doing something with me? Not like instead, kind of instead of her own thing, but I was like, would you be interested? And she actually was. So the work with the web shop began at the beginning of 2018. So I found a very great partner in Elise, and we started discussing what we wanted to do with the web shop. I wanted to be, first of all, a place where dreadheads could get the best possible. Loon, stop! She's eating the tripod. First of all, I wanted to be a place where dreadheads could find the best possible products for dreadlocks. But I also wanted it to be a web shop that looked ahead, that were trying to be carrying like environmental products. We want to have a focus on earth-friendly products and seeing where we can like do a difference when it comes to those kind of things. I have also always loved to find like treasures, both when I go thrift shopping and in all kind of ways. So I want to bring in products that I think are so cool to the web shop. At the beginning of 2018, I was also dating quite a lot. It's not something I remember that clearly because later on in the year, so many things happened that there are so many things that I can't really remember anymore. But from looking at my calendar, I dated quite a lot. I went to Vera's market. I did a bunch of different things when it comes to that. I think the winter time is the time, or that winter was the time that I felt like I would love to have found someone to spend some time with on like quiet evenings alone and stuff. It's always a winter thing, and then spring and summer will come and you kind of forget those things. But yeah, I dated quite a lot. Nothing or no one that's important to mention at all. That's kind of like the story of my dating situation, but that was the time of the year for dating. In April, my mom and I, we went to Barcelona. I completely fell in love with it. It's a magical place. If you have not been there, you should definitely go. Why did it sound like that? I just thought there was like something on fire. But yeah, if you haven't been to Barcelona and you get the chance, you should definitely go. It's such a big, beautiful city with so many things to see. And like, I don't know, it's just like the atmosphere there is so cool. In May, I turned 24 years old, something that I did not feel good about. Like, I have made it to the point where I don't really like to get older. You probably know that, Elise. And it was also around my birthday that my dad got married. I did not attend his wedding and I have not seen him since like December 2017, I think. Not something we're gonna go further into, but just a reminder for yourself when you see this many years from now. My family and I, we also stayed at Langesø Castle. We were invited to come there and stay for the weekend. And it was so cool. Like, I love castles. I don't know, there's just something very historical and cool about them. Like the furniture, just like the buildings, everything. And like thinking who were there many years ago. It was such a cool experience. And we also got to play golf, which I've never tried before. I was not a talent, but it was a really nice weekend with my family. In April and May, I also did 2 presentations. One in Aarhus and one in Copenhagen. And it was just a 20 minutes presentation about some things that I do, about like being an influencer, YouTuber, Instagrammer and such. And it was a challenge for myself. I was going to speak in front of like 200 people per presentation, and these people were people with like very nice jobs. I did not know that beforehand. I actually did not know what I said yes to, besides from me doing this presentation and like what I was gonna say. But when I came to the first presentation in Aarhus, I could like read the signs of the people who were going to listen to my presentation. And I looked at Mom because she decided to come with me, and I was like, these are some of the biggest companies in Denmark, like international, very big companies. Like the Danish ministry were there. It was nuts. I was like to my mom, okay, now I am a bit nervous. But that was so cool. It was very good for myself and for like personal growth and stuff. So a thing to remember, Elise, that experience was like so cool. And if you ever get experiences that are a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit challenging, say yes, because it could make you grow so much when it comes to confidence and as a person. Then I attended Tinderbox in 2018, had a great time there. After Tinderbox, we went to Greece with my family. The crazy thing was that the lady working at the hotel, one of them, why can't I remember the word for a tjener? The guy serving us on the restaurant that we had seen the year before, he also recognized us. And also a guy from the supermarket that we often shopped at, he also recognized us. So that was a lot of fun, thinking about like taking into consideration that it's a place where a lot of people visit. They have so many tourists every single year. Yeah, and a week after we came back from Greece, the webshop launched. It was a crazy week where I worked from waking up to going to bed, and that has been the theme of the year. It's been the most hardworking year of my life. I don't know how many hours I've worked, but it would have been interesting if I had written it all down, because it's been absolutely nuts. When launching the web shop, I actually saw a guy, and the last time I saw him was the night that the web shop launched. I don't know, it was the night that I realized that it wasn't gonna work. Like, I could not really I did not have mental space to have him there. And I think I would have if it was someone that I truly cared about, someone that I could handle having there in such a like intense situation where I've been working 24/7. So that ended that night of the webshop lounge, and then we launched Friday, and then Monday, then I went to work in the thrift shop all weekend, like 9-hour shifts, and then Monday I started school. I don't know what I was thinking, but looking back on my decisions in 2018, it's not so weird that I ended up feeling so burned out and like just exhausted, completely burned out. Because what was I thinking? How could I possibly think that I could manage so many things all at once, and to do things from the early morning to going to bed and not having time to like switch off your brain, but like constantly going? So the rest of the year kind of just flew by. I have nothing that I can like put my finger on and say that happened and then that happened, because it's all just one big blur kinda. I worked so much. I worked on the thrift shop. We now have, or at the end of the year, we had 200 products listed on the shop, and they were all like kind of found by me, photographed by me, uploaded by me, texting was by me, and then marketing and everything by me. And then I had YouTube and Instagram, as you guys know. I worked as a marketing assistant for a company, and I also worked in the thrift shop. And when it comes to school, by the way, I was only able to stay there for a month, and then I quit school because it was too much, and I wanted to put all of my time and effort into the things that I had going in my life and not school. People go to school to get a job, and I'm so lucky that right now that I'm in a position where I get to live out some dreams of mine. So it would be nonsense to not go 100% for that, and I can always go back to school later. I did meet a guy in November 2017, and we saw each other a few times, and then it ended very quickly. Maybe I should do a video about that thing, because he kissed me goodbye. The last time we saw each other, he kissed me goodbye, and then we never saw each other again. So I can do a video on that story because it's quite a weird one. So 2018, when it comes to love, was completely without it. But when it comes to work, it was a year that ended up being completely nuts. The last week of 2018, I ended up turning myself in sick for all of my jobs. Like, I contacted my boss at the thrift shop and told her I was not going to be able to work for the rest of 2018 because my brain was not functioning anymore. I was crying in the phone. I was all over the place. It was horrible, like absolutely horrible. I started messing up like so many different things, like sending out like wrong orders. My brain was like spinning, and I dropped things. I couldn't go anymore. It was crazy. And then I called myself sick on my marketing job, and I also turned down the volume for like social media a lot throughout that week. I don't remember if I posted any videos or anything, but I really turned down and tried to take a break for a week in December because I was burned out. And yeah, that was my 2018. Then 2019 begun, and now I can look back and say that 2018 was like this. It was there and then it was gone, and that's also why this video is up in April. I will do a new review of my year next year. Hope it's going to be a little bit calmer, but we'll have to wait and see. It's crazy not knowing where you'll be in just like 1 year. Like, not having a plan is super cool. It's also crazy. So yeah, to everyone who watched this video, leave it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna leave links down below to 2016, 2017. So if you want to watch those as well, there are gonna be links in the description. And yeah, let's cross our fingers that 2019 will be a great year. Thank you for watching. Gonna see you all soon. Bye.